continue with what is democracy and why democracy. In today's class, we are going to discuss about merits and demerits of democracy and at the last concept of broader meaning of democracy. Yes. First, we'll discuss about what are the merits of democracy. A democratic government is a better government because it is a more accountable form of government. So, a democratic government is a better form of government because they are accountable form of government. It is more accountable form of government. Yes, we will just discuss with an example. In China's famines of 1958 and 1961, from 1958 to 1961 was the worst recorded famine in the world history. Nearly 3 crore people died in this famine. During those days, India's economic condition was not much better than China. Yet, India did not have a famine of this kind China had. So, the economists think that this was a result of different government policies in the two countries. The existence of a democracy in India made the Indian government respond to food scarcity in a way that the Chinese government did not. Yes, so this example bring out one of the reasons why democracy is considered the best form of government. So, a democratic government is a better government because it is a more accountable form of government. Now, let's move on to the second point. Democracy improves the quality of decision making. Yes, of course. There is another reason why democracy should lead to better decision than any non-democratic government, because democracy is based on consultation and discussion. A democratic decision always involves with many persons and discussions and meetings. So when a number of people put their heads together, they are able to point out the possible mistakes in any decision. So this takes time, but there is a big advantage in taking time over important decision. So this reduces the chances of rash or irresponsible decisions. So thus democracy improves the quality of decision making. Now, let's move on to the third point. Democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. It is suitable the country like India. India having diversity of language, religion and culture. Democracy in India made it possible to keep unity in diversity. Yes, so this it proves that democracy provides only peaceful solutions to the problem. So in democracy, no one is a permanent winner and no one is a permanent loser. So different groups can live with one another peacefully. It is a diverse country like India. Democracy keeps our country together. Yes, so apart from these points, we have few more points to be discussed. The three arguments were about the effect of democracy on the quality of government and social life. But the strongest argument for democracy is not about what democracy does to the government. It is about what democracy does to the citizen. So, if even if democracy does not bring about better decision and accountable government, it is still better than other form of government. So democracy enhances the dignity of citizen. The last point, we can speaks about the merits of democracy. A democracy is a better than other form of government because it allows us to correct its own mistake. So, as we saw above, there is no guarantee that mistakes cannot be made in a democracy. No form of government can guarantee that. Yes, of course. But the advantage in a democracy is that such mistakes can be hidden for long. Such mistakes cannot be hidden for long. There is a space for public decision and discussions on their mistakes, and there is a room for correction. Either the rulers have to change their decisions or the rulers can be changed. So this cannot happen in a non-democratic government. So these are points which come under in merits of democracy. Now let's move on to what are the demerits of democracy. First point, leaders keep changing in a democracy. This leads to a instability. Yes. So if the leaders keep on changing, that leads to instability in an economy. Second point, democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. Third point, elected leader do not know the best interest of people. It leads to bad decisions. Yes, so the elected leader does not know the best interest of the people, so that leads to a bad decision. Democracy leads to corruption, but it is based on electoral competition. The last point, ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. So these are the drawbacks of democracy. Now, what are maybe the merits we have discussed? It's given in arguments for democracy. The first one, a democratic government is a better government because it is a more accountable form of government. Second, a democracy improves the quality of decision making. Third, democracy provides methods to deal with differences and conflicts. Next, democracy enhances the dignity of citizen. The last point, democracy is better than any other form of government because it allows us to correct its own mistake. Now, what are the broader meaning of democracy? In a democracy, all the people do not rule. A majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of all the people. Yes, so in a democracy country, all the people do not rule. The majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of all the people. Even the majority does not rule directly. The majority of people rule through the elected representatives. So this is a democracy. This becomes necessary because modern democracies involve such a large number of people that it is physically impossible for them to sit together and take a collective decision. So, it's in the modern democracy, it is impossible that because of large number of people, it's impossible that they will sit together and they will take decisions together. Even if they could, the citizen does not have the time, the desire or the skills to take part in all the decision. It gives us a clear but minimal understanding of democracy and help us to distinguish democracy and from non-democracy. So because of this, it will gives us a clear understandings of democracies as well as non-democracy. So a democratic decision involve consultation with and consent of all those who are affected by the decision. This can apply to the government or a family or any other organization. Thus, democracy is also a principle that can be applied to any sphere of life. So, this can be applied to our government or a family or an organization because democracy is a principle that can be applied to any sphere of life. So, the last point, in a democracy, every citizen must be able to play equal role in decision making. So, in a democracy country, each and every citizen will play a vital role. So, those points which come under in a broader meaning of democracy. So far we have discussed in this chapter what is democracy and why democracy, and then a case study of different countries, and then difference between democratic and non-democratic, and at the last of merits and demerits and a broader meaning of democracy. Thank you, students.